managed to sit down today for a few minutes and do a little bit of planning ready for next week. And actually I've got a big presenting day tomorrow with 2 3.5-hour sessions to the same client, just 2 different groups of the same cohort of early careers. This is another Gen Healthy Mind session. It's actually a session that I've delivered a couple of times, but in an hour and a half to 2 hours, and we've got 3.5 hours this time, which is great because it means that we can expand on some of the discussions. We can have longer breakout rooms, obviously take a couple of breaks throughout the session as well, and just really do the work. It's all around working smarter, not harder. So we'll be looking at planning and goals and some of the blockers like procrastination and so on, that things that get in our way of achieving goals, in particular work-related goals, but of course it's stuff that can be translated into personal goals as well. So it's a session that I do like delivering, and I'm actually really looking forward to having a bit longer. Just got to make sure, because it will be the first time I've done it over this span of time, that I don't get too complacent with having so much time on my hands, that we can really go deep with early discussions and then rush the end. So we'll be having to keep an eye on the time as we go. But I'm feeling reasonably confident about it. I've been through the notes, I've been through the deck last week because I did a little trail for them to say, this is what we're going to be doing next week. So I kind of got my head in the game last week with this presentation, albeit I delivered it in, I think November was the last time I presented it. And we'll be doing a bit of a recap as well, because one of the things that we have the opportunity to do when we're delivering sessions to multiple sessions to the same group, as is often the case with the Gen Healthy Minds work, is that we can sort of reflect back and say, well, what have you done since the last session? What have you put into practice? What have you struggled with? And I don't normally get a chance to do that with all the groups that I work with, but with Gen Healthy Minds, with these kinds of sessions, it's a really good opportunity to do that, just to recap and reflect, and actually to be able to say, look, you might not be doing everything, and that's okay, but hey, look, here are some of the things that you are doing, and what kind of a difference is it making? I think we're all probably guilty of doing that at some point, where we just focus on the things that we're not doing, rather than some of the things that we are. We sort of forget about those things and don't acknowledge them so much. But also what we really don't want is for people to turn up to these sessions and think, oh, well, that was interesting, and then go away and not do anything with it. Really do want this to be an impact-driven session. All of the things that I do, I want them to have impact. I want people to take away and do stuff with. A bit like the feedback I got at the end of last week from one of the clients I'd worked with back in September. Well, we got loads of impact kind of statements back, and I really want to capture some of those in a testimonial. So that's one of the things I'm working on this week, is to get that written up by the person who emailed me and or messaged me rather, and get it down as a testimonial. But yes, impact and implementation, that's what we're after. So we shall see. 2 sessions. I got only 45 minutes in between them, so it's a fairly heavy duty day. I just have to make sure I'm not doing, well, I haven't set myself any other tasks to do tomorrow, but there's bound to be a little bit of clearing up at the end of the day with anything that's come in through the day. So I'll spend a little bit of time there, but otherwise I'll be in full-on presenting mode. So I'll be reporting back tomorrow with an update on how that's gone. But for now, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and check back in again tomorrow for that daily update. Bye for now.